InternationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief. The answer to your question is learn the goddamn process, trade your trading plans, don't take too much risk on any one trade, and just let yourself get rich.
Hello everybody! Welcome to a not so scary TRI Halloween special. I've got my Hogwarts shirt on. I was looking for, actually I have a scary Halloween mask, but I could not find it. I couldn't find it. I wanted to use it and scare you guys a little bit, but yeah, sometimes things just don't work out. The market is too distracting. More focused on making money than dressing up for Halloween. A little bit old for it, but hopefully everyone with kids is enjoying it. I think this is my last show before the U.S. election. What is the U.S. election date? We're gonna check this trends thing. U.S. election date. I really should know this, but we're gonna double check. November 5th. Yeah, so by the time I'm speaking to you next week, we're going to have a potentially new president. I mean, who knows? They might delay it and say that they have to check this or that for another week. Who knows what might happen. But hello, human biomass. Hello, Lori. Hello, Nor. I've got to look. You guys are like underneath my... Let me move this. Let me move my second screen a bit so I can see you guys better. Okay, there we go. Welcome. Sorry, Cotter, for being a couple minutes late. Cotter only has an hour, so I'm going to make sure I get to all the important things, since Cotter is one of my favorite people. Get to it, man. TikTok. Yes. I think Cotter is my boss, honestly, sometimes. Cotter, why don't you tell us about your job? What do you do? You're on a test pad. What is that? All right, I'm going to shrink myself. We're going to talk about what's going on with the news, what's going to happen tomorrow, what are my thoughts about what is going to happen over the next 5 days going into the U.S. election. What do I think might happen after? I will do my best to prepare all of you and use my crystal ball, which, as you can see, I don't actually have one. This is an invisible crystal ball, and that means that I might be wrong. So we're going into this with remembering that I could be... Oh, I do have this little guy. This guy has a crystal ball. Look at this. You guys see this? Isn't this cute? Look at this thing. This was a gift. I did not buy this myself. Look at that guy. That's like a crystal ball. It's like a little gem. I also have this one. This is my desk thing. This is how mature I am. I'm wearing a Hogwarts shirt, and I have a little... Can you guys guess what that is? What is that? Look at that guy. Anybody know? What is this? What is that from? It's not the best. It's probably a cheap thing from China. It's not really the best rendition. Anyway, I'm going to shrink myself. You guys can guess if you want. Gonsoku. Yeah, Goku. Correct. There you go. Human biomass. You get to ask a question at the end about whatever topic you want. That's the prize. Okay. Let's get into what is going on now that I am very small. Okay. I think we've got market volatility today in expectations of what's happening tomorrow. Friday, we have average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, ISM manufacturing. These are all big things. First of the month, every Friday at least. These are the biggest numbers that the market looks at. So we're getting expected pullbacks and volatility going into this. This is not a surprise about what's happening. I've talked about expectations for a pullback in going into November 1st for crypto. So that's also not a surprise. We will go into more detail about that. So don't worry if you don't care about the stock market and you only care about crypto, just understand that they are intertwined. Okay, they're intertwined. Wall Street now basically owns Bitcoin. So if something happens to the S&P, it's gonna happen to your Bitcoin too. So you gotta look at both. Sorry, hate to break it to you. Okay. Also, I always like to check fear and greed index. Let's refresh that. Crypto fear and greed. We're going to take a quick peek at these, and then I'm going to look at the charts. So crypto is already in the greed area, 77, warning sign. And then the market, neutral. All right. So let's go to, as you can see, I mostly look at crypto, but I do occasionally look at stocks. So this is something I didn't like to see. We had a big dump here. This is a breakdown. This is a serious breakdown for me. If we cannot recover here, the uptrend may be over. I'm gonna get rid of some of these. There's some messy lines. Who made this chart? We did hit my ABCD target, so I like that we got to this level. We basically got there. Somebody front ran this by like 6 points. 6 points. It's not. I mean, I'm not really surprised by that. What is wrong with my camera? I feel like it's like blurry a bit. Why does it seem like it's? I guess it's fine. I don't know. So we've come down into basically a support level for me. 50-day moving average area, trend heuristic channel. These are major support levels. We have to bounce from here. If we don't, cataclysmic drop further. That's not gonna fare well. I don't see that happening. I don't think right before the election they're gonna let it drop. I think you're gonna get a bounce. We're gonna roll into this final target, and then we're gonna get the drop. Then this will create the divergence that we want to see. I want to see this, and then I want to see this, and then we go down. That's what I want to see. Ideally. Let's look at let's go to a lower time frame. But it did basically complete this ABCD move that I was watching. So not a huge surprise here on the pullback. I'm gonna get rid of those since the move is over. You can see MACD's been bearish for a while. All of my RSI indicators are bearish. By the way, anyone that is interested in this indicator suite, it's not mine, but I'm working out a deal with the guy who owns it to see if I can make it available for basically everyone at TRI. So working on that. Okay, let's see. At least for Pro Tool members. Pro Tool members, at least. I wanna get it to all the Pro Tool members. Especially with the fact that the breadth did not do well this year. Didn't do well. Very disappointed with that. We're not going to talk about it today. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. Okay, so this is I'm going to change this line to be only visible on higher time frames. And we will look at, looking at an 8 hour and going down to a 4 hour. You can see that you have a TD8 that showed up on a 4 hour. A lot of times, especially recently, this is symbolized reversals, except here where it was a trap and then it went lower. There is no divergence at all that I'm seeing anywhere. This looks pretty bad. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing here. And that's why we really need this bounce if we want this market to survive until the election. Or maybe it's a given that Trump is going to win and they want to drop it before for some reason. But not looking pretty at all. I would be scared if I was in any kind of like leveraged long trade. So 1 hour breakdown. I'm just trying to see if there's any divs at all. There's really not much. There is some support that we've come into here. Obviously, this is a major, support area right here, like that. Not surprised that it's stopped there and looking to bounce. Do we have anything to give us? I do like that we got the TD8 that came in. Sorry guys, I'm just analyzing this on the fly because I haven't really looked at the S&P closely since this drop happened just now in the last 8 hours. It did basically form an M top here with confirmation down here. If we use a reverse chaos, which I don't like to use, I don't think they work as well. But if we use a conservative reverse chaos like that, then it points down to this level, 5,600, which obviously is a major support level, right? Last major top. So from July, it was a big level. So obviously this would be your next support. So it makes sense that we could go down to there. So I'm these are kind of the two scenarios I'm seeing. Bounce, jack to go up to here, or we sit here for a bit and then we drop down to here, and then we play around at this level, and then we'll see what happens next week. Those are your two options. You have 30 different setups. You should do the show. You should, Cotter. You're always welcome to come on. I always appreciate your insight, and maybe you could teach me a thing or two, because you are one of the few people that I listen to. So you just let me know. You can DM me anytime, and we will schedule it and make a Cotter episode. I'd be happy to even have you on weekly. Those are my two scenarios. I don't want to complicate it with anything else, but I understand that this doesn't help. It's like, we're going to go up or down. Okay, so what? Screw you. You didn't help me at all. Oh. All right, December sounds great. So, guys, Cotter will be on in December. Let's go to a little bit lower time frame. I just want to see, is there something here besides essentially the two setups I just drew? Can see here, if I trace out, right, like this, we've hit, basically this is my long zone, 78.6, and 88.6 is just a little bit lower. Why is it not showing my 88.6? There you go. So this is the area where I often look for longs, right down here, these two spots. So we are right there, and I don't think it hurts to, if you're trading on lower time frames, I don't think it hurts to grab a long down here, expecting a bounce. Oh, I expect the news tomorrow to come in bullish, and the market will shoot back up. But if you expect the market to roll over, maybe wait at least for a little bounce before you consider any kind of shorts. Like, you'd have to watch the 15-minute. As you can see, there is a slight divergence here on RSI, but MACD doesn't confirm that. 30-minute also, MACD not confirming. This is one of those things where you have to look at these lower time frames, but it's really not. I don't like to use it. I don't think they are. I think it's risky. They're not as accurate, is what I'm trying to say. And if this rolls over, Bitcoin's going to roll over too. Like, that's the other thing you need to understand. And if it bounces, Bitcoin will bounce. And that's what I mean when I say that the general market and crypto are intertwined. That's it. It's that simple. I can't give you a clear setup here. I think we're going to go one way or the other. I think there's major support here. I think it's more beneficial to take a long here and get stopped out than to try to take any kind of short trade. So if you're not in a trade, so here's what you could do, right? So say you stop at the lows, maybe you get stopped out, and you can trade right back up for a retrace. Let's flip this. Let me reverse that. Where can we go to on the Fibs? I want to grab this and assume that this is the low, and we will retrace. I know this is confusing. We'll retrace up to here, 78.6. You can even go to 61.8 to be conservative. So that gives you a 4.5 to 1 risk reward, or you go to 78.6 and that gives you a 6 to 1 risk reward. Both are great risk reward trades. You can get stopped out even 1 or 2 times, 3 times, and take the same trade, and as long as it gets to that target, you made a profit. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I think is the best trade here based on clear risk reward. Now, if you're leaning bearish and you think, Julian, you're wrong, screw you. I think if you're in the Cotter camp and you think we're going lower, then wait for a bounce. Wait for the indicators on these lower time frames to roll over, and then you can get in. You're gonna have to watch on like 5-minute, but I mean, it's a pretty strong bounce right now. I don't know where you might consider. I guess you could just look at a 38.2 retracement. So maybe if we kind of, I think if head up to here, this area, this is where you can look for a rollover and short. Even this area, potentially, you could short and see if there's a rollover. I think it's risky here. I would try to look for here as a potential area. So those are the two spots. You can see it's rejecting already here. That is a spot. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. That's the S&P. A couple other thoughts. Going into the election, I mean, you're hearing this everywhere. You're going to see massive volatility. You're going to see swings 100 points up and down. Let me make it as simple as possible. If you are not currently a profitable trader, like if you've been trading for, it doesn't matter actually how long. If for the past 2 years you have not generated profits trading, I would recommend sitting it out until after the election, and even maybe a week after that. So the next 2 weeks, you don't take any trades. Maybe I mean, if you have to take a trade, you can, but don't use any leverage. Trade only stocks, crypto spot only. Just avoid options and leverage. You will get washed out most likely. If you have been profitable, then just do what your trading plan says, but understand that the next week is going to be trading on hard mode with extreme volatility. Whatever time frame you normally trade on, I would step it down like 2 levels. For example, if you trade on a 4 hour, normally you watch a 4 hour chart. When I say step it down 2 levels, I would go down to like a 15-minute. I don't know how that 4 hours to 15 minutes even correlates at all with stepping down 2, but that's where I would go. If you trade a daily, I would go to like a 1 hour, 2 hour. That would, I mean, maybe 4 hour. Maybe I'm being extreme. But you have to adjust to this extreme volatility by looking at these lower time frames. Normally those lower time frames are noisy, but in times of craziness, which is what we're going into here, you need to look at the lower time frames if you want to trade in hard mode. All right, that's my spiel for the S&P and going into next week. I don't have any predictions for the election. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Obviously, the prediction markets are saying Trump is going to win. I think Chris sent me something on Discord, actually, but I have it. Where's my Discord? I think I closed Discord. Otherwise I would show you. But the prediction markets have, obviously, as you guys know, Trump way up. From everything I've seen, I don't see how Kamala wins. I mean, I think Trump is going to win. I'm pretty confident in that. And if he does, I think there are a lot of opportunities I think you need to look for opportunities in, I mean, Tesla is the big one. Any company related to Elon Musk, I think, is going to do very well under a Trump presidency. I mean, Elon is basically becoming Trump's best friend. And so anything probably Elon tells Trump that he needs to get to the US to the next frontier of development in any area, I'm sure Trump will deregulate and help him while the Biden administration has kind of fought him. So, for example, I was watching him the other day, and obviously he's going to pump his own things. So he's always going to say good things about Tesla. But the big thing about Tesla that they were talking about was, the cyber taxis and the self-driving taxis, and also the Optimus robots. He's thinking that there's going to be as many robots as humans by 2040. That seems extreme to me. I mean, it's only 16 years from now, almost 15. But apparently that's what he's thinking. And Tesla is being reevaluated with valuations of 5 to 20 trillion. And right now the market cap of the stock is 800 billion. So if the market cap, people are estimating 500 trillion, that's 6x from here. That's 6x. And as you guys know, I don't know what happened to what is going on with my chart? Is this not my original chart? The hell? Wait a second. Sorry guys, wait 1 second. Why am I not seeing my original chart. And you can see Tesla rejected from my level here. But I'm kind of annoyed I'm not seeing my... All right, wait 1 second. You can see I have my buys here for Tesla down here. So my original... I almost want to do a monthly. Yeah, monthly W here for Tesla. If this is the monthly W range, we're targeting like 775, which is right from here. That's 200%. But people are evaluating Tesla to go to 5 trillion, which would be all the way up here about 600%. So $1,800 from here, which I think is just crazy, absolutely crazy. But you can see on a monthly chart, right? This was your downtrend line, and Tesla broke out on the other side on this monthly chart. And this monthly candle close is looking good. This looks good to me. One more weekly W to put. That is one of my setups for Tesla. F it. I don't know what you're saying. One more weekly W to put. That is like you want to buy a put. You think it's negative. It's going to go down. Who wants to interpret what Cotter is saying? Okay, hi Sting B. To put in. Yeah. I'm just confused. But you can see on a monthly chart, looks great. Fundamentals, I haven't been this excited about a stock in a while. I think it would be beneficial to look into what companies will do well under a Trump administration and then consider pre-buying those companies. And also, if you have a lot of money in the stock market and you don't have too much in crypto, you can also consider getting long some crypto names. I think crypto is going to also do well under a deregulated Trump environment. Hello, GLS. One more weekly W to put in on Tesla is one of my setups. Yeah, Tesla is great. So I'm heavily long Tesla from about down here, $200 area, and I'm just holding. If it retraces, I don't care. I'm just long the stock, and I'll just buy more if it comes back down. It's fine. I think that as long as Trump wins, Tesla's going to make an insane amount of money. Yeah, one more W. Thank you, Edward, for translating. And good to see you. I love seeing like people that I know. So appreciate you guys. Yeah, and apparently Boeing is looking at selling its space arm. Boeing, I'm not a big fan of Boeing. I'm not. Used to work there. There's a reason I left. I don't like how this looks. I'm not long the stock at all. I think on a monthly chart, it looks like crap. So I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Obviously, it is in a buying zone right now if you're a bull on Boeing. This is basically the buying zone. You can see last time it was in here, it bounced nicely. But it's red across the board. I wouldn't touch it. So I'd be careful with Boeing. I'm thinking, do I want to talk about any other stocks? Well, okay, so the big thing that came out was super microcomputers, right? SMCI is like crashing hard. I regret missing this one because I watched this. And I talked about it a ton. And I knew there was something weird going on, especially when I watched videos with their CEO and he just seemed like a moron. And I can't believe I missed this. Like this was clear on a monthly chart. Obvious, very obvious breakdown right here. Right here. Here was your breakdown. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention to it. And I'm just, I'm annoyed at myself. But it was obvious, right? So this is, in hindsight, everything is obvious. But I think looking at this here, right after this move, and it went below 69, that was kind of your, okay, it's a bear. It's over. Yeah, fake results, main investor exiting, the auditor of the company books also resigned, right? And you could see how this was basically worthless in 2022. It was worth $5. But from my understanding, they were over 30% of Nvidia's sales. Over 30%. That's scary. Look at how this perfectly lines up with my 78.6. I love how that happens. We're gonna go to 88.6 though. We gotta go to $16 at least. At least I want to see that $16. So that's what we're looking at here. That's not good for Nvidia, right? That's a bad thing. Did they even come out with earnings yet? Oh wow, they're coming out with earnings on the day of the election. So Nvidia also down. I think if more comes out about the connection between the two, Nvidia's gonna pull the whole market down. I think I could easily see that happening. Thoughts on Reddit stock? What cryptos did good with Trump? We'll talk about cryptos in a bit. I have a big bag of Goog. Let's look at Goog. Yeah, I mean, Google looks, if you got it off this weekly, if you got it off these lows, it looks okay. Monthly chart. Monthly chart looks like it's putting in some kind of potential divergence, though. A little bit concerning here. 2 week. Yeah, so this, oops. You got a breakdown. And if we can get a retest on the underside, retest on the underside, and then rejection, that's basically a short setup for me. So I'm not a huge fan of what I'm seeing here. I think you might end up eventually rolling over and heading down to like $100. Oh, there's that. You asked about Reddit. Well, Reddit is gone already. I mean, it's gone. Like, what? You had to buy back here, like $50. This is I don't even like talking about something like this because, I mean, it's gone. So what do you do? I mean, I guess you can look for shorts, but I hate looking at these kind of new stocks. They're just so volatile and all over the place, and everybody's like, oh, let's look at this one that just came out 5 days ago. There's no data. Obviously, it didn't come out 5 days ago. It came out, oh wow, it came out in March. Why, Omar, didn't you ask me about Reddit stock before? Like back here in August or September? Nobody, I heard there's 4 people that have talked to me about Reddit stock in the last 2 days. But in the past 3 months, not a single person mentioned Reddit stock to me. So what does that tell you? Yeah, so you didn't even know they had a stock. So now you're bringing it up. What do you want to do with it now that it more than doubled? What's the question? Other than, if you had some, you should be selling. Like, let's look at Google Trends. Let's do this. This is fun. This is an experiment in how to not be a sheep. Like, basically, if you are bringing up Reddit stock, you need to question: am I a sheep? What is happening? If you're thinking about longing it, at least, or I mean, okay. So let's see Reddit. What's the symbol? RDDT. Okay. Yeah, look. See that? Nothing. Flatline. Boom. And the last time there was interest was up to March. Okay, March 17 to 23, and then March 24 to 30. Let's see. What happened there? Look, it ran up March 17th, came out, ran up, and rug pull. Everyone got rug pulled. Just destroyed. So yeah, you should have shorted it. The question is, can you catch the short? Because who knows if it goes to here and then it dumps. It's hard. You're gonna have to watch these lower time frames very closely. But the only thing you should be looking for is a short. Because as you can see, there's interest. It's coming back. I can even go to the past 90 days. Yeah, see that? Look at that. What a surprise. Everyone's talking about it. That means sell, short, get the hell out. don't. Yeah, it's over. You missed it. It's over. Once this happens, it's game over. Okay, let's see. Didn't know. Howdy, gonna watch from start. Hi Brian, welcome. Can you look at MTCH and WABA? Sure. Let's look at them. And then we'll do a little bit on currencies and that kind of stuff. We'll talk about metals, commodities, and then we'll jump into crypto. We will talk about crypto. And if you guys want me to talk about Donald Trump or whatever's going on with the election stuff, I can talk about it. I don't want to talk about politics. I really don't, but seeing Trump in the garbage uniform was kind of funny. It was funny. I liked the vest. Was a little bit disappointed when he went to get into the garbage truck. If you watch the video, he misses the handle. He's getting old. He's getting old. He needs to exercise a little bit. I wish he exercised more and ate less McDonald's. But otherwise, at least he's entertaining. If Trump wins, guaranteed entertainment for the next 4 years. If Kamala wins, there's not going to be any entertainment. I'm not going to be entertained. I'm just going to turn it off. That's it. But with Trump, at least I'll be entertained. He's funny. Should watch the Joe Rogan interview if you guys haven't. It's very good. What am I doing? Okay, MTCH. MTCH. Match group. Ooh, dating. We're already moving into dating. Not a surprise about Match Group. I mean, obviously they had the big, massive. Who would have thought that when COVID happened that the dating apps, online dating apps, wouldn't explode? And they did, and then they dropped off like crazy. This would have been a really nice short right here. Yeah, I think they're gonna head lower. I don't see anything great about this. Looks like a breakdown. You do have a 9 that came in. It's a tough setup. All the gaps were filled. Ugh. For me, I don't really have a trade here, but if I had a comment, I would say that this is in kind of a range, and I would trade it like a range, and I would assume, okay, I would say I'm at the top of the range, so I want to look for a retrace to the bottom of the range, and that means that I want to short and I want to exit here, between 30 and 29, and then I want to look for longs on the other side. That's what I would look for here. I wouldn't look at longs. I don't think it looks good. You do have a 9 on the daily, and you do have a 9 in the 12-hour. There are some 9s. Oh, it just looks like crap. If this 4-hour closes down here, I wouldn't touch it. I would wait for it to break down, look for a bounce, and then get into a short. A little bit late for the short, but what are you gonna do? Walgreens. Damn, that is a serious tumble. Are they going out of business? Why did it die so badly? Weekly. What does it say here? Collaborates, improve patient outcome. Risk off stocks. Uber Eats starts accepting electronic benefits. It looks bearish to me still. I don't see a bottom here. I would look at like a 2-week chart like this and wait for some kind of breakout. Let me go to a monthly. Has it like ever been this low? What a disaster. Jesus. From 100 to 9. Basically from the time it came out. Sorry guys if you're not interested in this. I'm just trying to see where's the bottom here. Basically, I guess here. I'm already below that. Every time you had a 9 come in on the monthly, it did bounce. So maybe it bounces in the next, after the, like in 2 more months. There's a lot of volume that's coming in. Look at that. Look at this volume. Huh. I mean, I can't see them going out of business. Right now it's still bearish, but I want to see some structure develop here. Something like this more so. And then I can consider a long, some type of bounce. But right now, I don't see anything that makes me feel comfortable longing this. It's just been straight down. Yeah. I just don't see anything yet. But I think it looks decent. I mean, it's something to keep an eye on. I'm going to set some alerts. Let me get this alert to go on as long as possible. Sometimes I set these alerts and things never get hit. And then like 3 months later, I check it and I'm like, oh, it would have been hit. But they disappeared because they only let me put it in for 2 months. Yeah, so there's my alerts to recheck it. Okay, let's see. Exercise, blah, blah, blah. Water resource, WWR. A W with divs here. Yeah, candidate for takeover. I mean, it's possible. It's at that level. I just hate buying one of these and seeing it keep going down and lose like 50%. Waste, something water. I hate these type of stocks. Who brought this one up? Omar. Omar likes picking things that give me a headache. Yeah, I mean, it looks bullish. It definitely looks bullish. Very interesting. Breakout on the monthly. Where was it at before? 50 cents. This is one of those where I need to figure out the fundamentals and what's going on here. I don't know anything about this, but this fell so far. I need to know the story behind what happened here. This goes beyond technicals for me. Whenever I see something like this, I'm like, okay, well, what's the story here? Apple or Amazon have the cash to take WBA, but this is a total speculative thought. Yeah, of course. I don't have any comments on this one. If you're interested in it, you like the chart, I would do some research. I'm gonna set some alerts just to remind myself. And we'll set one like right down here. Because if either of those get hit, maybe I'll be interested. All right. But do your own due diligence on this one. Okay. All right. Let's go to. Oh, we've got 48 people watching today. Oh my God. Almost 50. Hello, everybody. Welcome. If you're new, say hello, ask a question. Feel free to comment. Tell me I have bad hair today. I took a 10-minute nap before I did this. Can you please check the near chart? Hello, Gringo Dingo. Yes, we will talk about crypto after we talk about commodities and that kind of stuff. Hello, Stone. Welcome. Oh, I lost 3 people. Got too excited. Solana. Yes, we will talk about Solana. Solana for the algorithm. We will talk about it. But I have to talk about DXY and some commodities, metals a little bit first. And then we're going to talk about crypto. Thank you, Cotter. I don't think that's stock, though. Okay. DXY. So DXY is still in my uptrending channel. We had the breakdown. We had the W. And now it's running into resistance here with RSI, right? That's our resistance level. And it's rejecting from that. We also can make some interesting lines here. Yay, look, trend lines. Imaginary lines that reject things. So it's running into resistance here. A little bit of rejection. See on the daily, we also had a 9 come in. And then get rid of some of this. You had a nice breakout here, which I talked about last week. Rolling over. And you can see our trend lines kind of rejecting. And it's pausing in this area. I think we could see a little bit of a pullback. gives you a rally in the market, a little bit of rally in the metals, and then we continue up. Especially if Trump wins. I think if Trump wins, you will get a rally in the dollar. He is running on, tariff other countries, America First campaign. So it's all going to be about trying to, I think the market may interpret it as, the US is going to try to consolidate its debt, all those things. It depends on, I think it depends on how far he goes with Elon Musk as far as like shrinking the government and kind of showing that they are serious about bringing the debt down. Yeah, I can look at that chart, and welcome, Mr. Magic. Good to see you. Okay, so that's the dollar. Let's take a look at gold. Oh, gold dump hard. Look at that. I mean, not really, but. So gold went on a crazy tear, hit a 9 on the Tom DeMark. We've got a bit of divergence in MACD here. No divergence in RSI. I believe we did hit a lot of my targets. Final target is up here at 3,000. However, we do have a 9. The last couple times we've hit a 9, there was only of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th time. Okay, of these 6 times, well, let's not count this top one yet up there. Let's not count that. But of the other 5, only 1 time did the market not at least pause. So all you need to take from this is, if you are in gold longs, consider this an area to deleverage a little bit. You could get a pullback kind of like this before we move up to the final level, or we could just stagnate here and then move up. Those are the 2 things I'm seeing. I would not recommend, again, taking any kind of leverage trade. There's a lot of CFDs out there you can trade gold with. Just don't trade gold on leverage over the next week. If not because of the election, don't do it because of we're at a TD9 on the weekly. Silver is going to be the same. I don't think there's a lot of interest in silvers. I mean, I know Cotter, Cotter's interested in it, so let's take a quick look. But it's probably going to be similar to gold. Yep, look at that. And look how it rejected from my level. So this was my level that I drew a while ago. That's my 2.618. We rejected from there. My final level is up here at 43. And we rejected from the 2.618. There is very clear divergence. Oh, that is ugly. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this. I would watch the lower time frames, daily chart. Looks like we're breaking down here. We have to bounce from this level to keep it intact. I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, so we could go down to this 1.618 level. This would be your support. You see a little bit lower time frame. 4 hour looks like pure shit. You do have a 9 that's coming in. So potential to bounce from this level. I think you're running into the same scenario as the market, where if the S&P can bounce from this level, maybe gold will also, silver and gold will also bounce from this level. But it looks pretty bad. You could always just set a tight stop right here, and then down here is like here's your stop, here's your entry, just a little bit further down, and you can see if you can get a good entry. It's I think it's worth the risk, but yeah, you're not at. I mean, this could bounce. If this bounces, then your uptrend is still intact, and you can head all the way up to 43. It might, in hindsight, end up being a good entry. If I was trading gold or silver on leverage, I would take a long here. And I would be okay if I got stopped out for a small percent versus potentially being able to ride it even up to just here. Even just to there is great. You only need a small move to move your stop to in profit. Okay, good to hear about platinum and palladium. Cotter. Later, long entries I'm not touching right now either. Yeah, I think it's not a good idea to touch them right now. JP said America first, but he made his own Bible made in China and profited like 7 million. Well, that's good. That's good. Hey, if he can make money for himself, that's good. Politicians are always making money for themselves. So that's fine. As long as he's also doing things for the US and not going to war and that kind of stuff. We'll see what happens. All I know is I don't know. I don't want to get political. I just felt that 4 years ago things were better than they were this past 4 years. Okay, SoFi. Lori asked for SoFi, and are these Lori and Cole? Are these stocks or crypto coins? Because I'm about to move into crypto. I went through a bunch with stocks already. I've been talking for like 45 minutes. It's gonna take another 40 minutes to go through crypto. I think I'm gonna jump into crypto and stocks. Okay. All right. Let's look at it really quick, and then we're doing crypto. Have to go into crypto. Vigil Neuroscience. Oh yeah, I see why you like this one. Just launched. I hate these. So it's only been out since 2022. Let me go to a 2-week. Yeah, it's okay. It's just been sitting here for a year. I hate when stuff sits this long. So boring. I mean, it just seems like stuck in a range. I don't know. It's okay if you want to. I mean, treat this like a ranging stock. Just buy at the lows. Like, this is your high, this is your low, this is your recent range spike and low. So you can. So yeah, your entry is 78.6, 88.6. If you followed the retrace last time, you would have got a nice entry down here, $3, and you could have sold it probably up here at like $4. And then you just re-enter again down here. That's how I would treat it right now. I don't see any breakouts in the near term, anything exciting. Just be prepared to hold and wait. Balkan Dwarf Ticket. Balkan Dwarf Ticket. I don't even know what that is. But hello, Lucian. I've never seen you before. Welcome to the channel. Is it possible to check Riven chart? Okay, SoFi and Riven really quick. SoFi, what is SoFi? SoFi Technologies. Boop, 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 boop. What does this company do? Lori, you asked about this one. What is SoFi? UBS just on SoFi. SoFi Impresses. Maintained SoFi Technologies. Neutral rating. Look at the nice coloring that they did on this. I don't know what it does though. What does this company do? SoFi. I probably should know. Conservatively, if this is a potential W, target could be 26. I don't see why that couldn't happen. You use your fibs backwards. I don't use my fibs backwards. Did I? I mean, I might have gotten it backwards in that video, but I don't think so. Normally I use them in the right way. Let me see. Let's go back. I'm getting accused of using my fibs wrong. Oh no. All right. Here we go. Here's my fibs. I use my fibs in whatever direction I'm considering going. So if I think it's going down, this is my reload zone. If I think it's going up, I will flip it and my reload zone is up here. It's that simple. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So back to SoFi. I think it's like, you kind of missed the boat. You need a pullback to get into this. But I do like the way it looks. Woohoo! 50 people. Yes! I never had 50 people. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And if you're new here, feel free to say something. Whatever you want. You can say anything. I don't care. I'm not offended. I've been doing this long enough that almost nothing can offend me. Almost. So there's a gap here at $9. Maybe you can get in on the $9 gap. I mean, it looks really good, except that to the point it's almost overbought. So I want to see. Honestly, I'd like to see some kind of pullback. 7 and 8s are coming in. Tom DeMarc's striking on a couple time frames. So if I was hunting for longs on this, I would look for a pullback down to here. Let's say you get a pullback. Yeah, this actually looks good. I like this. Financial services provider. Okay. Well, thank you. I think it's decent. And you could. I would target basically up here, $26. So let's say you get your pullback. What could you do here? you get your pullback down to this $9 area. You long here. You can set your stop below the lows back here. It's pretty wide stop. And then your target's up here, right? And that gives you a 3.4 to 1 risk reward. I think it's a very wide stop. I would probably go somewhere like this, because I think if it breaks down through this trend line, it's pretty much over. You could go a little bit lower, but then you get like a 6 to 1 risk reward. So you could even, let's try to get a 6 to 1. I think it's a good trade. I don't know. I think it's 200% return. Not bad. Not bad. This is the best one. I think this is the best one I've seen since we started the stream. Other than my Tesla. Other than Tesla. I mean, Tesla's, that's a home run. So, you can't be wrong on that one. Hello, Extreme Footy. Hello, Am. What is your net worth? My net worth is $5. I am worth nothing. So that anyone that is watching this does not want to find me or kill me or anything like that. I have no worth. I'm worth less than $5. I have so much debt and zero crypto. You don't want any interest in me. I will never disclose that. I've watched too many stories about influencers getting chopped up and put into little buckets, and yeah, I don't want to be in the news about me being in little pieces. Yeah, so that's my yeah, I have a Thai maid. I do. And I have a cold plunge. And I live in a condo that celebrities also live in. So I don't know. That maybe doesn't matter. All right. What are you guys saying? SQ is going to be a 2025 winner. Find some. Take a look. Take a look at Jules and SCA. Okay, SCA and SQ. Life is better when everyone thinks you're poor. It's just better. People leave you alone. They don't expect you to buy them dinner. There was one time when I acted like I wasn't poor and my family found out. And then I had to pay for everything every time we went anywhere. And then I told them later I was poor again. So then I didn't have to pay anymore. SQ block. Interesting. It's been consolidating very well. I'm guessing this is a crypto play. Is this a crypto play? Looks like a crypto play. Oh, potential target, right? 174. How much is that from here? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, 140%. All right, I'll set some alerts on this one. Only because Cotter really likes it. Anything Cotter likes, normally it goes up. Usually Cotter names make me money, so I pay attention. Can you please check the near chart? Yes, we will talk about crypto. We're going to get there. It's just so many questions, and I'm trying to answer everyone. Wolf and Annie, are those cryptos, Mr. 225? By the way, welcome. Nice to have you guys here. For anyone new, keep in mind, I'm gonna show this really quick, and then we'll go back to talking about stocks, but really, really, really quick. If you want access to me and Brian and everyone, all the veterans here, there's a lot of people in this stream that are veterans of the site, that are experts on trading, people like Cotter, that are in our Discord often. Consider just signing up for a free trial. You get into our Discord and you can talk to a lot of expert traders every day. First 30 days are free. You don't have to pay. You can cancel. It's fine. Just thought I would mention it. Not trying to shill anything. Just, yeah. And we're going to have a Black Friday sale at some point on all of our crazy tools. We're in the process of like redoing all of this site. There's my sales pitch. All right. I'm never good at sales pitches. It always feels awkward. If you want access to Cotter, you have to get in touch with me. Yeah, that's true. I protect him. He's a valuable asset. Thank you, Kevin, for your support. Okay, so that's SQ. Thank you, Cotter, for that one. SCA. I said I would look at SCA, and then we're going to go to crypto. Svenska Cellulosa. What the hell is this? SCA. What is this exchange? So this is some kind of... Huh. What is this correct? SCA. Yeah, it just looks like it's in a big range for a while. I don't actually know what this is, or it's looking like it's bearish though. It could roll over. Doesn't look great. I think this will roll over, and then when it rolls over, that'll be your chance to long. But I don't really know anything about this company, and I can't say much about this one. Crypto coin. Oh, it's a crypto coin. Does TRI sell the info to other sites like cookie-based websites do? No, we don't sell to anyone. We're not that advanced to sell people's information to other sites. I don't think we have. I don't even know if we have enough. Like, we have a good amount of members, but not enough, I think, to make money from doing that. But that's a good idea. Maybe we should. Thank you. Maybe we're gonna sell everyone's data. I'm obviously joking. I'm joking. We're not gonna do that. I've never even thought of that. Yeah, we'll probably do Black Friday on courses also. We're gonna do Black Friday on everything this year. I'm being told that we need to. We need to do Black Fridays on everything. All right. I'm gonna go into crypto now, guys. I think we gotta go into crypto. I want to keep that number over 50. It keeps going to 50, tempting me, and then going back down. And that means I'm not talking about crypto enough. All right. Bitcoin. What is happening with Bitcoin? I'm going to keep saying Bitcoin for the algorithm. It's probably listening and sending people here because Bitcoin's dropping. Okay, let's go here. Hello, Omar again. Yes, nice puppy. Thank you for the replies. Can you look at DNT when you check out altcoins? Remind me and I will try. So, Bitcoin looks like it formed this giant bull flag and kind of sort of broke out, right? You've seen on Twitter, if you've been following, the massive, everybody's excited. There's all these ETF inflows happening. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, ETF inflows everywhere. Thank you, Archery. Appreciate it. However, here's a couple things I want you guys to keep. First of all, I think the bull run is possibly about to start, unless something cataclysmic happens. Yeah, I agree with that, Cutter. So we're gonna look at a couple metrics here quickly. So first thing that's a little bit of an issue is we're already in greed. We haven't even like really taken off, and we're already at 77 in greed. That's concerning. I don't like seeing this. The other issue is there's something called options expiry, Deribit options max pain. Let's look at this really quick. I've been posting this on the site for the past week. We will talk about BTCD Pikachu. I think that's a good one. So here we go. So this is a good one to look at. It only really matters on like monthly expiries, but that's what we're getting tomorrow. Tomorrow's November 1st. By the way, side note, my birthday is next month. I am officially going to be super old. It's unfortunate. All right, so max pain here going into Friday is 69,000. Where are we at with Bitcoin right now? We're at 70,500. Max pain today was 72,000. Where are we today? 72,000. Now we rolled over from there. So max pain here. Wait, was I in December? What? No, this is November. I think with how much I've looked at crypto, I'm turning like 132. Sometimes I feel I'm over 100 years old at least. There's certain trades that I've taken in my life that I'm pretty sure I aged like 5 years in 5 minutes from my net worth just going like descending massively. Anyone that's in crypto and trades is older than whatever their numerical age says. Their biological age for sure, probably older. But I will be 36. So getting up there. And yet I don't feel 36 sometimes. Sometimes I do things and I'm like, well, how am I 25? How old am I? Max pain in December is apparently 62, but I don't put too much credit into these max pain levels. Max pain 70K in January. I don't put too much credit into them until we get close to the date. So for example, November 1st is tomorrow. So I'm going to give this, and you can see how big the number, the volume is, and how much there's 28,000 open interest. Notional value is massive. Look at that. But if you go to like the next day, you can see the difference. Like Look, it's way smaller. It's not even, you can't even compare. Like, there's basically nothing. And then here, look at the difference. Do you guys see that? So this makes the case for crypto to head a bit lower going into tomorrow. No, Pikachu, I'm 36. So not even, I'm way, way above 30. But kind of feel the same. Sometimes I feel older than 30, but other times I'm like, I feel 25. I don't know. It's not that bad. Yet. I don't know when it gets to be worse. Maybe Cotter can tell us since he's, 55. Yeah, so 69, because of that, I'm concerned that this is just like a stopping point for Bitcoin, and we'll get a bit of a bounce, and then we'll get a further rollover down to this 69,000 level. That's my concern. And Cotter also believes that we're going to roll over one more time, I think. So we don't want to fade him, as he just reminded me. You do have a 7 that came in, and we are bouncing. So that's a good sign. But I think it's going to be a fake bounce, and then we roll over. And if we look at liquidations, so liquidation heat map for Bitcoin, right? Let me refresh this. Yeah, I will talk about Solana. I'm just trying to talk about what could happen going into tomorrow first. Let's see. Let's see what could happen going into tomorrow. CoinGlass, liquidations, blah, blah, blah. 12-hour. We'll take a look at the 12-hour really fast. I don't think it's going to provide much data. Yeah, 69, nothing really. We got to go like to 1 week. Yeah, so all the way down here, you've got tons of liquidations. 68, 67. There's a lot, but nothing honestly super clear cut. There are better tools than this one. I'm considering subscribing to like High Block. I think there is value in seeing these liquidation levels, and the prices are not that high. Honestly, they're pretty cheap for what you get. I think it's really worth it. If you're trading anything north of $10,000, it's worth it. If you can afford a made in Thailand, you should probably subscribe to some more expensive data feeds. Let's look here at the liquidation map. Sometimes this provides some like nuggets of wisdom that are not as clear in the heat map. And I like to look at this one because it includes all the exchanges, while this one is like specific exchange. I mean, Binance is the top one, but I prefer to include all of them. You can see it basically stops at 69,000, right? They got to go to 69, and then that's it. That's everything. And then we've got it on the upside. This is just a 1-day chart. Like if we go to a 7-day, it provides a bit more. Yeah, look at, there's a lot here, but now there's a lot to the upside as well. So like to the up, if we can go to 73, we've got 3.25 billion. So that's 3,000 to the upside. If we go 3,000 to the downside, you have almost the same. It's about 4 billion. Well, this is about 3.5. Sorry, 3, about 3. But if we go to 69, you get almost 2 billion. It's a good amount. And it lines up with that options expiry. So I don't see why they wouldn't want to take that out. Like I just don't see why not. So we are getting that bounce that I talked about, that I thought we would get based on the Tom DeMark 7 coming in. And I think, any late shorts they need to take out. We might head up to the weekly VWAP level and then roll over from there. I could see that happening. I wouldn't get too bullish here. I would be careful because there's a lot of incentives to take it lower. And if you want to trade this, you really need to watch like 5-minute time frame and stuff like that. It's just not, you're not going to be able to do it on the higher time frames. But eventually, I think we head higher, and this might be your last opportunity to like get in a long trade. We retrace. Look at how pretty this is. So we bounce a little bit, and then we go down to here, 69. We tag this area, and then we W out, and we just take off, and that's it. And you either get in here or it's over. I'm surprised the market's even giving an opportunity to get in here. I'm really surprised. Look at this weekly chart. So actually, let's do a 3-day. Oh, why is it still showing that? So look here. Look at this. We've been in this range since essentially March of 2024. It's been over 6 months of range. We broke out of the range. Why not come down and retest the range low or range the top of the range and then take off? Like, why not do it? I think it's actually a nice setup. It's very technically nice for me. I like it. And that represents a mature market, and that's kind of what we're seeing from Bitcoin. I think it's maturing as a market. Kind of beyond mature, it's getting old. No, so that's kind of what I'd like to see. You can see on the 3-day, we're still clearly in an uptrend. Weekly is look at this weekly. Looks great. You could do it like that. You could do it like this. Either way, it's bullish. It's so bullish. And if we do a chaos off of all of this, right? So we're gonna do a conservative chaos. Look at how many alerts I set. I set way too many like alerts. Bitcoin crosses this, give me alert. I'm gonna delete some of these. So many. So annoying. Sorry guys for my clutter. I always like keep them on. Oh, I want that one. I don't want that one. All right. There we go. Let me get rid of this and that, and we'll go to a 3-day. Yeah, so this is kind of the range. We could say this is like the top, and this is like the conservative middle, and that gives us a target for Bitcoin for 4.669 of 125,000. That's basically, oops. That's what it's targeting up there based on this kind of this range. You could even say here was our level. If I adjust it a bit, we could say that this was 1.618 extension, and then that means our top is 110. So somewhere 110 to 125 is looking like the potential area that it could eventually go to. I'm gonna play with this a little bit more and see what we end up with, but an ABCD kind of like this, or does that land us? Yeah, that lands us here at about 96. Oh. All right, well, you guys kind of know all that stuff. I laid it out in the past many times. I think in the short term, people are looking at what's going to happen over the next couple of days. Well, this is what I expect. I think we're bouncing a little bit, try to get people bullish, and we're going to roll over and we're going to head to that 69,000. And then that's where you look for the play, like jump in hard on the long side. And you can see like I'm kind of aggressive with my ABCD. And we'll basically go down 68, 69. Yeah. All right, that's what I think for Bitcoin. Basically, anything else is just going to follow. I mean, all the coins are going to follow what Bitcoin does. No, that's what's going to happen. I don't really know what else to say about these. Obviously, I'm watching things like, look, Solana looks exactly the same. You know, Solana's going to retrace a bit more. If I pull up our liquidations heat map, I think it's a little bit more clear on Solana on the weekly. Let me see 1 week. Yeah, so you could take out a bit more, 165, that kind of stuff. Helps to look at these different time frames, see where the clusters are. Oh, 157. I would be shocked if we go this low. I don't think that's going to happen. But I could see us, if we look at Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin's going to go down to basically here, that previous high, then Solana could, I mean, Solana already went to the previous high, so it might head a little bit down here to like 164, but I don't really see it going much lower than that. Yeah, 164 area. I could see that would be the like kind of area where you start hunting for longs. I don't think you want new highs on BTC until 2025. Personally, for best higher target, I know I can be wrong. If you get a chance, can you look at Badger? Yeah, I will. First BTC, then alts will follow. Starts falling from here. When will 100K happen? Next spring. I can't wait that long. I need to get rich quick. Trying to get rich quick is how you quickly become poor. That's been my experience. You know, if you try to get rich quick, you will quickly become poor. Okay, I said I would look at BTCD. Let's look at that really fast. All right, we're at 60%. Look at that, up only mode. So the big level that I'm watching, one of them is 61.43, and then I've got 75. Actually, 75 should be kind of like there. Honestly, it should be 72. And you can see my last level, 53. We sat there for a while. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Obviously, we played in this range for quite a bit, and now we've taken off out of the range. And let's see if we can line up some levels. Oh, imagine the pain. So we're almost there on my 2.618. This 1.618 level sort of makes sense. We could say it's up here, and that's your levels. It's kind of tough, but I think if we're somewhere around there, which puts us just a little bit higher to go. I don't like this. The 4.669 is at 76%. That is going to be painful. I think that's going to hurt a lot of people. But that's what the chart is showing. That, you know, I mean, obviously Bitcoin we have to suck in retail. So alts are not going to take off until Bitcoin has a bit of a top out moment. So I could easily see Bitcoin going to 80 or 90K, and then this going to 76% and taking out these highs before any kind of alt rally starts. So I would be very careful with being in too many alts, and maybe focus on Bitcoin at least until this gets to like 70%. That's what I'm seeing here. I mean, I don't see any breakdown yet. I mean, you had this breakdown here, consolidation, and then we broke out again. So you would have just done something like this, and then there's your breakout area, right? And then you're going up again. And you can see it's even overbought already on the weekly, but it doesn't matter. It can just keep going. Yeah, I don't see anything really that jumps out at me that makes me think that this is going to pull back anytime soon. It just keeps chatting higher. It's going to run into some turbulence here. This 2.618 is going to be some turbulence. Your alts are going to get a little bit of a chance to catch up, and then you're going to get your last final move. 68.8. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe you're using fib levels and you're at 88.6. Let me see. Oh, that's 69. 66. Yeah, so it's somewhere in there. Oh, interesting. I'm curious how you got that target. But I could see it. You know, we're gonna hit some turbulence here. If these numbers are correct, and I think I'm close. Maybe in this area you're gonna see some kind of pause here. And last time this happened, right here, was November 2023 to February 2024. What happened in that time? Let's look at Rune. October 23 to November to February, March, February drop, March, and April. And then what happened? Let's see, February, March, April, and then it started to go up again. So if there's a pause, you can get a nice rally in your altcoins. It's possible. If things can just pause for a bit. And isn't any new liquidity coming in? It's just people selling alts and buying BTC for BTC. I think there's definitely new liquidity coming into BTC through Wall Street. I mean, you've got massive inflows. So I wouldn't say that there isn't any new liquidity. There's a lot of new liquidity coming in for Bitcoin, which is why, these all, I mean, if it was all being sucked out of alts and put into Bitcoin, the alts would be down a lot more than they are. But there's a lot of fresh money coming in from Wall Street going into just Bitcoin, which I think is driving the Bitcoin price up. But once this does top out, obviously, people will take their Bitcoin profits and rotate it into altcoins, and then those alts will go up once people think that Bitcoin's kind of, I think Bitcoin has to go to 90 or 100K. We have to get that news cycle, and then retail will come in, and you guys know how it works. Okay, Rune hit a weekly 9, but I don't think it cares, although it's pulling back a bit. Looks bullish, just like the Bitcoin chart. I think it looks good on a weekly. So I'm looking to kind of long pullbacks. It's kind of stagnant in this area, but it did break out. It's having a bit of a pullback before I expect it to continue higher up to approximately 750 area right here. That's where I'd like to see it. There is a big cluster of liquidity on Rune right at like 550 area, I believe. Yeah, so 553 is a big liquidity zone for Rune. And you've got a bunch of liquidations up here, 5.9. So I think we can, on that Bitcoin dump, we can take out this 550, tag it, and then move higher. That's what I could see happening. See, Bitcoin can't decide if it wants to move higher first and then drop, or it wants to just drop. Okay, so that's Rune. OP is something I'm watching. This one's all over the place, total mess. It's really meh. At some point it'll break out, I'm sure, but it's annoying me. Oh, something I wanted to show you guys. I talked about this so many times. I've been talking about it since it was like, I think it was $3 or $4. Xano is now at 750. So talk about a coin that's just been chatting higher. Original chaos levels was 5.9. It did tag it, and you can see how it rolled over a bit from that level. Like that right here, 5.9, $6, rolled over, back down to 460, and now it's at 753. What is our next extension target? 8.77. So next extension target is $10 and then 16. And just keep in mind that Xano has a market cap of, I think it's only 100 million right now. Oh, let me show you something really quick about this one. I'm not saying buy it here, but it's very strong. Yeah, it was a hard one to get because it's not on any exchanges. But obviously, that's a good sign. Like if it's not an exchange, then that means that not a lot of people know about it. Not a lot of people are buying it. And that's how you get things early. Market cap. Yeah, so market cap is 110 million. Meanwhile, if we go to CoinMarketCap, and we go to cryptocurrencies and we look at market caps, look at the market caps of even like a coin, like look at Optimism. Optimism has a $2 billion market cap, while that coin has 110 million. Look, PopCat, 1.5 billion. That's if you can even get to half of the PopCat level, it's a 7x. That's something to keep in mind. Look at this. I bet you guys haven't even heard of some of these coins. EOS, Neo. Wow, remember Neo? What an old coin. So if we look at like DYDX is even at 650 million. So for Xano, that would be a 6x from here, which would put you at 6x, 600% return. Yeah, you'd be up here at like $50. So from $7 to $50. I think it can happen. I know for a fact that probably one of the top 5 people in crypto is behind this coin. I don't own enough of it. I only own a little bit. I wish I bought more. I tried to get TRI to buy it, but they didn't want to buy it. And it was I mean, they were okay with it, but it was really hard to buy. So yeah, I'm not saying buy here. I'm not. It's already moved up quite a bit. It's got an 8 that's come in. Maybe look for a pullback to get into a long. Seeing potential for some divergence here. You can see between MACD and stuff. So wait for a pullback and then consider buying it. So I just want to remind. Okay, check please. Near. I want to know how high Sol. Okay, so Kevin wants to know how high Sol can go. We can look at Sol really quick, and then we'll look at the other coins you guys want to look at. Weekly chart. Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious. 440 is the target. And you can even see if you do like a ABCD, right? That points you to my 2.618, which is at 300. So it's a double from here. A double, and then potentially you get like a triple. That's it. I don't expect more than 300% return. You're not gonna get some kind of 10x on Solana. It's too big. It's already too big. It's gonna be very hard to get any kind of 10x. I mean, you can see, right? Where is it? Right. So Solana is right here, number 5. How much bigger can this get? It's already at a market cap of 80 billion. But you can see it pales compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just insane. 1.4 trillion. Ethereum's at 300. So if Solana overtakes, I mean, if it overtakes Ethereum, 160, 240, yeah, you could get like a 3x. All right. Thank you, Cotter. See you later. You just skipped my AVAX request. Oh my God. Horrible. That's horrible. All right. I will do AVAX right now. Let's do AVAX. AVAX looks like poop. Why am I even looking at this? Doesn't look good. I think you can roll over back to 21. I wouldn't be excited about that one. I don't think it looks good. Yeah, keep reminding me. I keep missing them. There's too many. Oh, and I'm getting sleepy. Okay, DNT we can look at. Okay, I don't know why I would like this coin. It looks like it had some brief move. You can little lady this. Maybe you'll get a move, like a double. I don't know. I don't know what it does. It just looks kind of like a shitty coin to me. So I wish I could say more about it, but there's really not much there. If you want to type like fundamentals about it, maybe there's some reason it's special. Celestia. Dave Destroyer asked about Celestia. What the hell is that? Celestia. Tia. Oh, Tia. It's Tia. Okay. Tia. Well, right now it looks like a hot steaming pile of garbage. Somebody got rug pulled very hard. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like crap for now. It's just ranging. You've got a 7 that's come in. The daily's broken down. But I think you can just trade this range. So your buy level is here. Right there. You can set buy as 442 all the way down to 4.1. And then your stop is somewhere below that. It's that simple. I don't want to make it complicated. But that's what I'm seeing. It looks like it's in a range, but it is breaking down in the daily. Yeah, but if you get a pullback in here, it's not a bad buy, I guess. I don't really know anything about the fundamentals for it. There could be another reason. But if only looking at technicals, that's where I would get in. Can you check Sui coin? How high can this go? It has not retraced much. Okay, Sting B, yes. It pays a few to it every now and then, so I respect the coin. Near Gringo Dingo. You guys are making my viewers go down. I keep looking at these coins and I'm getting less people watching. Okay, near chart and where the price could be. Gringo Dingo. Okay, yeah, we can look at it. Yes, sir. Very demanding. People I've never seen before are very demanding. Oh, nice retracement on near. Look at that. Huge drop. Look at this volatility. What the hell is wrong with this coin? Oh, actually, this is a good pullback. You had your breakout right here. Now you've got your pullback and your retest. I go to a 3-day chart. You might head down to the yearly level, even maybe lower to take out this low, and then you could head up. It's not a buy for me right now. It's a wait on the sidelines and see what happens. 8 hour. You could honestly bounce from here. You could buy and set your stop right down here, set your stop a little bit lower, or buy half and then buy the other half down here. It needs to stay above these levels right here. It needs to stay above like 350. If you go below that, it's game over. So just keep that in mind when trading this one. It could do well. It could move up. But yeah, like I said, it also could roll over. But if it doesn't, you're looking at maybe a target of $11. So nice 3x there. Not bad. I'm actually going to set alerts on this one. That's how you know I'm a little bit interested. Add alert. And add alert. There we go. Sui coin, sure. Oh my God. How long have we been talking? 1 hour and 26 minutes. All right. I will do another 10 minutes and then I'm going to call it. I appreciate all of you guys watching, but I'm tired. Doge, we can look at Department of Government Efficiency. You have to type out that you want to look at Department of Government Efficiency, and then I will consider it. What is this obsession with this stupid coin? I mean, the daily doesn't look great. Oh, it looks like it's making like a double top. I don't want to see some rollover here. I don't really like it. Weekly is okay. It's rejecting. Is this one that has futures? Where is the... Oh, it does. Okay, let's look at this. So liquidations on both sides. 1 week. A little bit more on the downside. 196. Oh, sorry guys. Getting very sleepy. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Yeah, so 195 looks like your level that it could roll over to right down here for a short-term liquidity grab. And then maybe it's a long. But I think there's better charts and better things that we've talked about tonight than this one. It's so bad that now I've dropped below 40 viewers. Ah, painful, depressing. Right now the daily doesn't look great. I would wait for lower time frames to kind of turn around, like 4 hour, 2 hour. And then consider some longs. Right now it looks like it could head a bit lower. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. No real trade on it. I don't think I'd touch it right now. And I think it will follow what Bitcoin does for the most part. So if Bitcoin heads up, I think this will also head up probably. Can you check Pepe? It broke down on daily RSI. Did you bite? Okay. Omar asked for Doge, so let me look at Doge first. Okay. That's the market cap. You have a sweet coming. Weekly looks good, strong. You had quite a bit of a range. What kind of range did that? What kind of target did that range give us? It's not really a high target. Yeah, so that could target 0.9629 if it even gets there. I could see it getting there. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't happen. But market cap of Doge is already pretty high, so I wouldn't get too excited for like massive returns. Pepe. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it after this. I'm yawning too much. Very sleepy. Wow, this one looks like crap. Originally, we had a long from down here, so you could have made a good amount, and you might have moved your long stop to scratch. But it did break down on a daily chart. Looks pretty bad. I would not touch this. I would exit. If I was in a long, I would probably exit. But I wouldn't touch this. I don't think it's good. I think the time of memes is kind of ending, and I think we're gonna move to more serious projects. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it at that, guys. Hopefully it was beneficial. As you can see, Bitcoin is rolling over. We might go to our new lows. Let's see. I gave you price targets. Trade safely. It's gonna be a wild ride the next couple of days. You don't have to trade. You just don't have to. You can just sit it out. Just take the week off and breathe and enjoy the comedy that is the US election. We'll see what happens. As always, enjoy your weekend. Stay away from the computer. Try to exercise. All that stuff. You guys know. For me this weekend, I'm going hiking somewhere not hiking, mountain climbing with like belay and everything. My friend is here from Japan, so we're gonna go on a trip and we'll do some climbing. So it should be fun. Actually, it's a couple friends, not just me and him. It's like a whole group of people. Good exercise in the wilderness. They have it. They have everything here. It's no different from the US. Camping, hiking. It's just costs less money. Unless, well, most of the time. Sometimes I have to pay a lot because of my face. I'm not a Thai person like national parks. All right. Be very freaking careful, especially a news announcement tomorrow and during election day. Just don't get liquidated. That's my only request for everyone. I want everyone back here next Thursday, or preferably on the TRI site, telling me that you did not get liquidated. That's it. All right. Have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you either on the Discord or I will see you here next week. Bye, everybody.